Diane. Outfit of the day. Because it's cold outside, which is weird in Georgia. So that was our last major presentation for the year. Something really unique that I love to talk about is our first patient discovery kind of assignment. Every medical student has to go into the cadaver lab for anatomy, and usually how it works is you work on the same body for all body systems. What MCG does, which is really cool, they put this emphasis on your cadaver is your first patient. So what they do is they know the official listed cause of death of your body donor, and your job is throughout the year to collect clues as you are dissecting as to what that cause of death could be. And what you just saw was us presenting our case, our evidence, and see if it lined up with the actual cause of death. Now, some people's were pretty simple because you would saw open the skull and all of a sudden you see this huge jelly mass, so they got it easy. Subarachnoid freaking hemorrhage. So those, not that bad. But for our body, it was pretty crazy because he had a lot going on, from a paraesophageal hernia to a freaking lipoma on his thigh, to a fractured femur, to an ectopic thyroid right below the clavicle. It was a bunch of stuff. But that made it really interesting because we would hypothesize how those conditions affected his life. He even had some pretty significant global atrophy of the brain, so we're thinking some Alzheimer's near the end of his life, as well as with the fractured femur, we noticed a lot of atrophy on his right thigh, so he was most likely immobilized or casted on that leg up until the time of death. We did eventually find a boggy prostate, which we ended up biopsying and came to the conclusion it's most likely prostate cancer. I think we might have missed a met to the spine, just the way we had to dissect, we kind of missed it. But we came to that conclusion, ended up being right on our diagnosis. I think it's just really cool because those body donors are our first patient, and we're being taught to not just look at them as the diseases that they have or ailments they have, but look into how that could have affected their life all the way to the point of their ultimate sacrifice for our education. And it was really, really powerful and really cool to see what all the groups presented. Sorry if that bored you a little bit. I find it really cool and I like talking about it, but sometimes people don't really know all that goes on. But it's fascinating. If you're going to med school, look forward to it. But yes, this is the last vlog of 2021, as well as my last vlog of the pre-clerkship stage. So I'm gonna take you through kind of, over the next couple weeks, we're gonna do a lot of wrapping up, which means a lot of LAS. So a lot of our final standardized patient exam. So we would go in and the standardized patient would have anything, and we have to figure it out. We had to get a complete history, physical, and then go outside, do a note, and then come back in and do an oral presentation to our preceptor, really preparing us for rounds since we don't have a big final exam. So these are kind of the applied final exams that we have. Still got some lectures to go to, still got ultrasound and some ultrasound practicals to get done with, and then a lot of not fun stuff like certifications and training that is paperwork we gotta get done, so we're actually legally employees kinda of the healthcare system. And then I gotta say bye to a lot of friends because I probably won't be able to see them until match day. So things will be crazy. A DTR's intact.
DTRs are absent.
Mario, say hi to the vlog. The best and brightest M1. Trained by me.
Say yes, even if you don't want to. Thanks. Alright.
Don't think that's gonna work.
Quit your whining. I'm trying to save your life here.
Still practicing ultrasound.
What else is new? We're not ready enough to do this.
Yeah, confidence.
Andy, you're cardiac.
Doing some certification stuff for rotations. For example, the VA stuff, getting sworn in so that I can work there. I have my internal medicine rotation at the VA, so this is pretty useful. Also, check this out. Appointment without compensation. Yep, welcome to rotations. Also, reinvesting some money into gear, give myself a little early Christmas present. We got filters for days now. We got Promis and variable NDs on everything, so check this out. Turn, and then it gets a little bit dark so that when I'm filming in bright sunlight, I can have a nice shallow depth of field, keeping everything still exposed right. For my camera nerds, you know how cool this is. So now the ultimate setup is UV filter, quarter pro mist, and variable ND. Absolute overkill. But I'm happy. This is like a dream setup. Still working hard to record a ton of Beyond the Scope podcast episodes to kind of get them prepped for the new year so that you guys have episodes to watch and listen to. So if you haven't followed it on all streaming platforms, go do it now. I mean, like, we don't, well, no, it's just, we don't really have.
So you have an hour, which means everyone will be here. There's plenty of time for 9 a.m. Anyone who logs.
Give me those bonus points.
Just still going to these lectures. Where the lectures don't show up, right, Connor? Last exec meeting of the year.
Depends on how drunk people
Nisha,
get.
how do y'all feel about our last exec meeting?
Sad. I don't want to leave to Brunswick. I don't want you to leave.
Everybody's leaving. This is like gonna be our last time, like until maybe
Oh yeah.
pudding or fourth year that we're all in the same room
You
together.
have to come visit.
Yeah.
Sad.
I'm sorry.
But we
Hey,
killed it. We had a
influencers
great
that
year. So We did. cheers to that.
Yay! And our honorable president. Hi. What do you think? Last CBL.
Thank God.
Last CBL.
I've always hated Tiffany, and I always will.
I'm gonna go.
What is this group dynamic here? A year and a half in the making. So the last thing we have to do, certification-wise, is something called asepsis training, and that's where they teach you how to, scrub in, how to prep sterile fields, and all that good stuff. Stuff that's actually useful on clinical rotations. So it should be really quick. We'll look ridiculous for a bit, and hopefully the scrub tech nurses are nice to us. I beg of you. So, with a lot of laughs out of the way, all of our standardized patients, our ultrasound practicals, all of our asepsis training so that we know how to be sterile, know how to scrub in, all of that out of the way is today, the last day of pre-clerkship. And it's been a long time coming. We have our class-wide Jeopardy review game that has been made up of all step 1 questions so that we can kind of have fun reviewing right before they ship us off to the wards. And then I guess we have to say goodbye to some people that I may not get to see again until match day, which is a little sad. So here we go.
The last time picking you up to go to campus in the morning. Just hit your head.
And just like that, pre-clerkship is over. As I'm recording this, there's quite the, let's say, whirlwind of emotion inside of me. A mix of reflective, a mix of relief, a mix of excitement. But I think the emotion that's completely overwhelming me right now is just thankfulness. Amidst all the crazy certifications and kind of rounding up of our preclinical training was a foundation of incredible friends and support that I've gained at this school, and I think across the entire country and honestly the world. So a lot of these past couple weeks I've been somewhat away from the camera, and I've just tried to be present in the moment as much as I could. Because for these past 18 months, there have been people that we've kind of, I hate to say it, but trauma bonded with, but in a way built such incredibly strong relationships together that will extend beyond the time that we're in medical school. And it was a joy to be able to celebrate all of their achievements, but also just in any way I could thank them for the support they've given me. First and foremost, as a fellow medical student. Secondly, as just a friend in general. And then, like, lastly, and I think most superficially, just the support that they've given me with this camera. And the stories I've been able to tell, they have been, quite honestly, very much just as part of this story of the vlog and this channel as I have been. And their smiling faces and their energy that they bring to these videos and to myself off camera every single day, I cannot thank them enough for it. Truly, CBL Group W, Connor, Carter, David, Tiffany, Abby, Mina, May, you guys are the best. All right, I just want to put that out there. You guys mean the world to me. So with that being said, I think that warrants the conversation of what comes next for this channel and what the next year is going to look like, because this next year is going to look very different, and quite honestly, I'm going to look very different. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I'm going to be a very different person in December 2022 than I am in December 2021, because I would have gone through all of my core clerkships. I would have actually gotten to do what I've trained to do, which is practice medicine and see patients. And as much as I want to hold the sentimental value of the relationships I've built and the memories I've had in the pre-clerkship stage, I am so excited to go to the hospital and be able to walk in that patient room and be a part of the medical team, because I remember patient stories, experiences way more than a textbook case or a standardized question that shows up on UWorld. I'll be taking my boards at the beginning of 2023, so that's kind of more in the distant future. So right now I'm more focused on trying to be present and being the best clinician I can be, and just taking advantage of the doctors, residents, and my fellow students around me to just compound that knowledge, and give these patients in the hospital a chance to be healed and some hope that things will be alright and things will get better. But what that does mean is my commitment will be to my patients a lot more than it will be to this channel. And that does not mean that uploads will stop on this channel. Trust me, they will still be there. But I will definitely have to post less. My goal is once a week, probably on Sundays. My podcast / video podcast Beyond the Scope will be running for the majority of the year. I've already recorded several episodes that you may or may not know about, depending on if you follow me on Instagram, that there's some pretty high caliber guests, and they will contain a ton of stories, experiences, and advice that will be valuable to you that I can release throughout the year. I want to try to do kind of a day in the life, how things are going, update vlogs in each block depending on how crazy things get. I'm not gonna promise more than one, to be completely honest, because I don't have control over my own schedule during that time. I'm gonna try to keep up 73 question interview series. They're definitely gonna be more of a treat now, not like an every week or every 2 week kind of thing, because those do take a lot of time and coordination. But that's not going away. I know you guys love that and I love doing them. It just will take a little bit more time. So stay on the lookout for those and stay subscribed to make sure you don't miss one when it does drop. Then let me know what you think about this. I've seen Zach Hiley do some of these, but I would love to do it as well, where I know I'm gonna have a lot of stories to share throughout my rotations. And obviously there's only so much I can share, but it'll be very much growing period for me, and there will be lessons that I learn that will grow me as not just a future physician, but as just a man kind of growing into the adult world. And I want to do some of these sit down story time, kind of like no real crazy edits or anything, but I'll be able to sit down and just talk about my experiences, something I've learned, or a situation that really struck me as something that you guys can get something out of. So I would love to be able to do those. It takes a little bit less work on me, but it allows me to, I guess, start sharing some of my stories. I've always had a passion for sharing other people's stories, but I think over the next year there will be some times to finally share some of my own in the medical field, and I'm looking forward to that. So, and then finally, I actually started a shorts channel. I haven't posted on my TikTok in forever because, to be completely honest, I didn't really enjoy making them, but I can't deny the fact that they are a lot easier to make and a lot simpler to edit. With that being said, when I don't have the chance to form a long video for my main channel, I would definitely be on my TikTok, my Instagram Reels, and that YouTube Shorts channel. So go subscribe over there if you want to stay up to date on that. Again, don't worry, this main channel is not going anywhere, and this will be kind of the main bread and butter. But it just gives you options to keep in touch when things get kind of hectic for me. And I think lastly, because I know this video has probably gone on too long, and I'm trying not to get too overly sentimental, thank you for just the past year. When I began this year, I was like just a nervous wreck. My YouTube channel was just on a complete downslope. I was ready to quit. I had less than 400 subscribers. And in just a year, at least at the time of me recording this, I've around 47,000 strong, and probably nearing 50,000 by New Year's, and I can't be any more grateful to you guys for the love and support you've given this channel, and just the support you've given to the work I put in over the past year. These last 12 months have undoubtedly, both academically, just mentally, physically, has been the hardest I've ever worked in my life, and I can say that just with 100% certainty. And I'm glad to know it was worth it. It's been a wild ride, and it is not even close to being over. So thank you for being here for the journey. I hope that you stick along for the ups, the downs, the craziness, and I promise to keep that same mission of sharing incredible stories. And hopefully if somebody out there is getting something from these videos, I'm gonna keep posting them. And yeah, a chapter closes today, but a new one opens very, very soon, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you guys. Got a couple more videos for the end of the year, but I hope you enjoy. Happy holidays, and stay safe, everyone.